Whoa, it's the Yewllusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm out here in North Hollywood picking up t-shirts, restocking the inventory. That's thriving. So I'm having one of those like rad Mondays where the freeways are working, I'm flying, I'm jamming, I got the tunes cranking, and I'm having some clarity. For me, one of the clearest places I can be is speeding down an interstate with lots of traffic. And it's probably one of the most dangerous things you could do as a human being is be flying down the interstate with all sorts of cars and 18-wheelers and stuff everywhere. And yet, within this, I have the fearlessness. It's a very warriorish aspect about it. I trust myself as a vehicle operator to scan the road ahead, if you will. And so as I'm driving out in the urban landscape, flying on the interstate, thinking about what it is, like what this whole gig is about, what it is to be a man, what it is to be a warrior, what it is to be a father, a husband, a human being. And I'm realizing it's like a depth of understanding of self. Because when you no longer have to fear yourself, you no longer have to fear this. And why it was becoming so clear for me driving is I don't fear anything when I'm driving because I trust myself. I know I'm fully skilled, fully alert, fully aware. I'm way in the grid. And so as I'm thinking about this whole thing, I'm thinking about how deep it goes and how easy it is to jump off the life train early because of fear. Because the only real thing you have to fear is yourself and what's contained within yourself. And I've been spending so much time working on myself over the last 9 months, solidly the last 4. I'm not afraid of myself, which allows me to operate in this world. And as I'm operating, I'm realizing a number of things. So I had this crazy, look, there it is. Look at that madness. Look at that madness. Giant urban landscape right there. Madness, man. And most people are crushed by it. And they don't even know why they're crushed by it. And it's because they're afraid of themselves. They've fallen into the trap of what other people are doing. When it's the only person you have to worry about is yourself. Like, what are you doing? What are you all about? And I've realized how deep I need to go as a human being and what the ultimate depth of being a human being is about. And the only way I can describe it is this, and this was the kind of the thought I had, is the hardest thing you'll ever do in life is build stuff. Like create things. It's super easy to burn it all down, destroy it, walk away from it, run away. The hardest thing you'll ever have to do is turn into it and create. And the metaphor I have for it, or analogy, is this: burning bridges. It's easy to burn a bridge. The hardest thing you'll ever have to do is build that burned bridge back up. Because part of building a burned up bridge is that the person on the other side of the bridge might have a pack of matches, might have a stick of dynamite. And so you have to build the bridge. And I don't know if I'm the bridge builder or the dude with the pack of matches on the other side of the bridge. But what I do know is I realized I'm both. So I put down my matches and I'm building. Because the one thing I've realized recently, and it's a basic metaphysical principle, is whatever the problem is, it's just going to repeat itself in another situation till you solve the riddle in this situation. I don't know if I necessarily buy into the multiple lifetimes and all that kind of stuff, but I understand the concept. And this is the lifetime to solve the riddle in. I'm hedging my bet that there are no more lifetimes, that this is the lifetime to solve the riddle in. And what I noticed doing some scanning of reality potentials is basically they're all the same reality dressed up in different outfits. And so I have to work within the reality I'm in right now. Like, I can't escape this reality, because no matter how it looks in a different reality, it's the same reality until I solve the riddle of this reality. And so, as I'm speeding down the interstates here, I'm realizing that the gnarliest, so many thoughts. So Geronimo, I'm almost sure it was Geronimo. Geronimo used to, before the battles, right? Geronimo used to ride naked on his horse, maybe in his loincloth, probably naked on his horse with his arms back in front of the cavalry soldiers. And they would be shooting at him, and he'd be riding with his arms back, naked, back and forth in front of them, because he wasn't afraid of them, because he wasn't afraid to die, so to speak. And death can be many things. It can be emotional, physical, spiritual. But when you realized that the true celebration of life is not being afraid of any of it, hence what he was doing. And I've realized over the course that's essentially where I'm at. I've stripped myself bare on a level. And I'm riding in front of the bullets of this mad world down here. And I'm not afraid to take one. And yet I know that I'm bulletproof. Because see, that's what he understood, right? It's that thing from the Matrix. That's what Geronimo was demonstrating. There's no need to dodge the bullets, because the bullets don't exist. There are no bullets, man. The bullets are all up here. And so to thy own self be true, right? And I'm realizing that everything has to be healed in the circumstances I'm in. I've recently realized, like, about side distractions and coming to terms with the depth of my own reality. For me personally, like, I want to take it to the next level. Like, I do not want to, like, have to start over again. And I don't mean, like, not start over again. It's the thing of, like, it's just gonna recreate itself. So why not dig deep into this experience at this moment of time and space? Thrive in it. Build the bridge. Put down the matches. Turn into it. And don't be afraid of it. Just the same way that for me, I don't know about other people, I see them, they seem to drive around and be kind of afraid. Like, I have no fear when I'm in a vehicle. I totally trust myself because I'm looking 3 or 4 seconds ahead. When I'm on the interstate, I'm not looking at this black car in front of me. I'm looking at that 18-wheeler that just drove, that I'm about to merge with in 15 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, I'm an advanced observational human being. I'm pretty deep, and that's what I realized. Like, I'm not a coward, dude. I'm the gnarliest specimen on a certain metaphysical level. Like, I've realized, man, that most of these human beings I operate with are soft, pathetic, and they deserve full forgiveness and empathy. But what I'm saying is if I try to compare myself with any of these people down here and get caught up in what they're doing, I'll always fail because they're soft. This is softball down here, dude. That's what I'm realizing. And the real hardball, the real warriorness is this depth with human beings that are right inside of your energy field. Oh, I will thrive. I've been thinking a lot about the concept of thriving the last 24 hours. Like, I'm past, like, winter's over, baby. Spring bloom is here. There's no need to go backwards. There's no need to even examine the past anymore. It's all forward, thrive, bridge building, dude. I don't even have a pack of matches anymore. I'm riding in front of the bullets of life, bare naked, arms back, hair blowing in the breeze of my galloping metaphysical spiritual horse. Jamming down the interstate full of the deli slicer. I always trip on the concept of the deli slicer in the interstate. It's that gnarly, dude. One miscalculation, it's game over out here on the interstate going 80. Like, I'm just cruising at 80, dude, with thousands of other vehicles, all weighing thousands of pounds, and you know what? I just assume none of these people have control of their situation. Therefore, I have total control of the situation. That's what I mean. When I get on the interstate and I'm driving, I'm back in control in a weird lower dimensional level. And I give it all to God. Don't get me wrong. Like, if the lug nut comes flying off that 18-wheeler and goes to the window and slams me in the center of my forehead, that's not in my control. But as far as this steering wheel, I'm in full control of this vehicle right now. Ultimately, God is driving it. I'm mixing my metaphors too gnarly. But you get what I'm saying. I trust myself. You know why? Because I got God in my life, man. Arms back, galloping horse, bullets a-flying. It's a beautiful day today, man. April 1st. That's no joke. That's no fool. Yeah. Let's accelerate. It's the illusion. Fired up in the dream. That's for sure.